wanted to do this video for people that don't understand the syndrome that I'm going to be talking about. I was actually diagnosed yesterday by my neurosurgeon, and he really didn't give me a lot of information. He just said, go ahead, go online, look it up, research it, and see what you think as far as the symptoms, and if you think it is what you have, because that's what I'm diagnosing you with. I believe this is what you do have. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and if you hit that little bell notification, it's going to notify you whenever I put any videos up. So what the doctor told me that I have, and I'm actually going to look it up on my phone because I can't ever remember it. Central sensitization syndrome. It's a condition of the nervous system that is associated with the development and maintenance of chronic pain. When central sensitization occurs, the nervous system goes through a process called wind up and gets regulated in a persistent state of high reactivity. This persistent or regulated state of reactivity lowers the threshold for what causes pain and subsequently comes to maintain pain even after the initial injury or surgery has healed. It has two main characteristics. Both involve a heightened sensitivity to pain and the sensation of touch. It occurs when a person experiences pain with things that are normally not painful, or to the average person, it's really not a big deal. But when you have the sensitization syndrome, the not a big deal to the person next to you is 100 times amplified to you. You feel that pain so much more than the average person would. What I'm reading is that, let me see, give me 1 minute here. Central sensitization involves specific changes to the nervous system. Changes in the dorsal horn of the spinal cord and in the brain occur, particularly at the cellular level, such as at receptor sites. So what my neurosurgeon was saying to me yesterday is he thinks that I have central sensitization syndrome because of all the brain surgeries that I have had. Those receptors in my brain are regulating pain different than they would the average person. I know it's a lot. I understand. When I started reading, I felt like it was so much information, but it had all of the symptoms. Like, I literally could check off every single symptom of central sensitization syndrome. And I have to say that slow because it's not something you can say real fast. So what my neurosurgeon was saying to me is, and I know I already said this, but I'm going to repeat it. If I have a bump, say I run into a table and I bump my leg, it hurts tremendously. If the average person, say my husband, bumps his leg the same exact way, same exact place, and he feels just, oh, I bumped my leg, no big deal, and he moves on with whatever he was doing. However, I would have a lot of pain. I have a heightened sense of pain, and it's because of the brain surgeries I've had. A lot of things have gone haywire since those brain surgeries. From loss of hearing, loss of vision on this side that I have surgery, to throat spasms to inability to speak at times, and now this central sensitization syndrome. The reason he diagnosed me is because I have been having extreme, excruciating, all the time, 24/7, low back pain, fire in my buttocks, and just travels all the way down my legs to my feet, front and back. And they did an MRI. I have some arthritis in my back, normal. I'm 50 years old. As we get older, we do get that arthritis in our spine, but there's nothing structurally wrong. And he thoroughly went over my MRI along with a radiologist. So he asked me some questions. I explained to him that I have pain all the time, you know. And what he said is, I think you have central sensitization syndrome. So I did my homework. I did my homework last night. I did my research, and I believe that's what I have. But I don't think there's a lot of information out there for people like me. So what can be done? What I'm reading is, and this is what my neurosurgeon actually suggested, talking to the pain management clinic that I go to about ketamine. I looked up ketamine, and the very first thing that I found about ketamine scared the out of me. Like, just scared out of me. I'm not gonna lie, okay? The first two things that I read was ketamine is the date rape drug, and ketamine is an actual anesthesia. I was like, first off, it's the date rape drug. We're always talking to my stepdaughters about, if you go out, make sure your drink is with you all the time. You know, we worry about someone putting something in their drink, and what comes to mind to me is date rape drug. So that's on to me when I read that. I gotta stop saying that word because I'm gonna have to keep beeping it out. But, and then the anesthesia, and then I was reading and watching YouTube videos from people that were actually doing the ketamine infusions. I thought it would be a pill or an injection, but it's actual infusion. You have to go to an infusion center, have it done, and you have to have your blood pressure cuff on you, your pulse ox on your finger at all times during the infusion. You have to be monitored. And I'm watching these videos, and these people are getting these infusions, and they're literally like blacking out like they're on anesthesia, and that scares the heck out of me. But some of the videos and some of the research that I found in just one night of researching, I'm going to have many more nights of researching, was that it, excuse me, I have to drink some of my iced tea in my stemless wine glass. Iced tea, people. Because my throat gets really bad. But anyway, these people were saying after 1, 2, 3 infusions of ketamine that they were feeling a lot less pain or no pain. Evidently, it resets the receptors that feel the pain. I don't know. That's all I know about ketamine. If you know more, please put it down in the comments. I would love to know more about it. I am going to contact my pain management regarding the ketamine to find out more about it. I don't know if insurance covers it or part of it. I have no idea. With my luck, insurance doesn't cover it. It's just the way it goes with me. So yeah, I think that I'm going to do more research on that, more research on the central sensitization syndrome. I wanted to tell you really quick, I got this information from Institute for Chronic Pain, ICP, online. Obviously, I'm on my phone. But like I said, I just checked all the boxes off when I was reading about this, and I really believe that that's what I have. The nice thing is I have a name to it. All of my skull and head issues I know are glossopharyngeal, occipital, and trigeminal neuralgia. I know what all this is, but I didn't know what the other pain in my body was. I wake up sometimes in the morning and I feel like I'm 90 years old, however a 90-year-old feels. I'm just assuming how they feel. It's probably not nice to do, but anyway, I feel very old and stiff when I get out of bed from head to toe. Like my whole body is just full of arthritis. I have a very hard time walking long distances, even short distances. I've resorted to going into grocery stores and department stores and using the motorized carts, the electric chairs, carts, whatever they are. And I don't like doing that because I feel like people look at me weird. In fact, I know they do. And that sucks. There shouldn't be any kind of a stigma attached to somebody needing one of those cards. But I don't look sick. I do not look sick. I'm thin. I look healthy. I don't look like I should be in a motorized cart, We mostly see people that look sick. I'm just saying that you don't generally see a thin, healthy looking person in a motorized shopping cart. But I've resorted to using those because I can't walk long distances. And that's terrible. It's awful to be in pain like this. It's horrible. Now, another thing that I read is, I thought this was interesting, that the central sensitization disorder may be falling into the fibromyalgia group. I thought that was interesting. I know nothing about fibromyalgia. I know nothing. I don't know anybody with it. I certainly will do my research on fibromyalgia and figure out what that is. But I have no doubt that I have central sensitization syndrome. I have no doubt that if ketamine is what my pain management clinic that I go to for all of my skull issues recommends, that I will do it. I will try it. Looks kind of weird to be put under anesthesia simply to try to reset the nerves that react to pain, but whatever. But, depending on if insurance pays for it, how much insurance does not pay for it, of course, I have to take that into account. But yeah, I really wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about central sensitization syndrome. This wasn't a real informative video. However, it is the beginning of me talking about it. I should call it I just thought about this. I should call it CSD. Central Sensitization Syndrome. No, that's disease. CSS. CSS. I should call it that. I don't know if it's actually got an acronym. I have no idea. Interesting. Well, anyway, like I said, I just want to get on here. I wanted to talk about it. I want to maybe get people talking about it. If you have it, if you're familiar with it, if you know someone that's got it, even fibromyalgia, comment below. I would love to discuss it. I would love to get some information from you guys. I don't know anything about either one of them. I'm just in the beginning stages of learning. But I'm going to actually put my learning on my vlogs, on my channel, and hopefully I can help somebody else. I know that I have helped a lot of people that have glossopharyngeal neuralgia, GPN, very rare, Most people that have it are not diagnosed. They suffer in silence. But I know I've helped a lot of people with GPN, connected them to the right people, connected them to my Facebook support group that I created, where we have people from all over the world. Connected them with doctors, you know, that are familiar with GPN. So I'm really proud of that, like really proud of that. So I'm hoping maybe with the central sensitization syndrome, CSS, that I can educate people about that and we can learn together, you know. Let's learn together. I would love to do that. I love to learn, especially about something that I possibly have or I do have. So, all right, guys. I know this was a long-winded video, but I just really wanted to let you guys know what my newest diagnosis is. I just have a plethora of diagnoses. This is just the way it goes in my world. But this is my journey and this is the way it goes. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, and have a great afternoon, everyone.